Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to our video. One of my favourite parts of Minecraft is fighting bosses because they're such great challenges by themselves that can be turned into even bigger challenges by making it a speedrun or by doing it on hardcore or even ultra hardcore. I like bosses a lot, and one of the big shames about Minecraft is that after all of this time, there's still only 2 or 3, depending on how you count it, bosses in the game. So because I'm always coming up with new ideas for bosses, I thought it'd be cool to share 5 ideas for new bosses that I have had in today's video, and that's what we're going to be doing. So please do like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me do like these kind of idea videos. Anyway, let's get straight into it, shall we, by saying that if anyone from Mojang does somehow watch this video, you can have any of these ideas for free. They're all yours, you can use them, you can say you came up with them yourself, it's entirely fine. But yeah, let's get straight into it. The first boss idea that I had, and I think I'd like to see a timing-based boss, because right now we have, a boss that's going in a whole new dimension, and one that you create yourself. I'd love to see one that involves a bit of timing, because, Minecraft really has day and it has night, and there is a moon phase that happens, but it's not really too crucial. Like, it has slight effects on everything, including swamps, but it's mostly not important. I'd love to see if, like, every full moon, for instance, you have a chance of finding this boss mob outside, because then it's like either 1, I'm terrified, I don't want to fight this big boss, or 2, I want to go out and fight this thing, I'm going to do it now. So, because, slime spawn most at full moon in a swamp, you could make it a giant slime. I'd love that. I think that's a Terraria boss, and giant slimes are in the game right now. They're easy to make, and it wouldn't even really need to be a new boss. It just have to be a variant of the slime. Make it so there's a 1 in 100 chance of slime spawning as the giant slime on a full moon, and then that'd be really cool, because, again, these giant slimes are super hard to fight because they have so much health, and you could just make them drop something extra cool. Maybe they just drop a whole stack of slimes. Maybe they drop sticky pistons, like the whole thing by itself. I don't know. It doesn't have to be too cool of a concept, but I love it if there was a giant slime that was super hard to fight because it would jump on you and do so much damage. I think that'd be cool, and yeah, timing-based mob needs to be happening, whether it's that or whether it's some other mob. I just really love to see some form of mob that makes you either worry about certain times or that makes you want to go out those certain times. You can do it both ways, and I think that's cool. So yeah, timing-based mob, the giant slime is my first idea. My second idea is one that's for underground, because although mining is one of my favorite parts of Minecraft, I'll have to admit a lot of people don't like the fact that you have to mine to get diamonds and do all that other sort of stuff, and what if there was some other way to do it? So let's say there's an underground mob that can only be found in either certain types of caves or just at certain levels. You can make it like some bizarre level, like between 10 and 0, so you can find diamonds the normal way without coming into him. But if you choose to go down to that lair, maybe he comes out of a lava pit, or maybe what you could do is, when you find diamonds, there's a chance, like silverfish, that you get trapped diamond ore, and the trapped diamond ore, if you mine that, it spawns him. I don't know how you want to do this, because obviously Minecraft has to be optimized so that people don't run into a boss they don't want to fight, but I would love to see like an underground boss mob that when it dies, it drops a bunch of random ores. It could drop, or even, the actual stuff itself. So it could drop, maybe like 1 to 3 diamonds, it could, or 0 to 3 diamonds, it could drop 0 to 3 gold, 0 to 3 iron, and then you could get a bunch of random stuff that way, and it'd be a really cool thing for people who don't like mining, but that are willing to go for a challenge, and, it kind of has this balance where you can do it through mining, or you can do it through fighting, and I think that's something great for any game to have. Like, don't force people to do something they don't want to do, and yeah, an underground mob, perhaps, like I said, I think the idea of, like, kind of like the silverfish blocks, but with diamond ore would be a great idea, but, to make it less secret, maybe give it its own cave, whole bunch of ideas there. So next up is going to be one that, actually used to be in the game, but not really too much, and that is a Steve mob. So the Steve mob was, back when it was in the game, was basically just a zombie. It'd walk into you, it wouldn't do too much chance. What if you brought back the Steve mob, but made it a really rare encounter? So you're running across your Minecraft land, and you see, like a really rare structure that has a Steve inside, and this Steve obviously could have his stats based on yours, or have his stats based on how long the game's been going. So if you run into him in the first 1 minute, then he's going to be, armorless and maybe have a wooden sword, but you could make it so, like, either one, like, you come back and kill him later and he has more stuff, or you could just make it like, oh, you've been playing for, let's say 10 Minecraft days now, well, he's moved on to iron, and then if you come into him, like, way, like, thousands of days in, then he's going to have full diamond enchanted armor. I just love to see, like, the mechanics that you use, like, the projectile protection, or, like, the knockback, just the same stuff you have access to, even, like, potions, you could have that on him. And plus, if you want to, you name him Herobrine, and you can put the Herobrine room to rest at the same time. I think that'd be a pretty cool boss fight, because it's somewhat avoidable, and it would also feel super cool to finally kill him and get a Steve head in survival. Just an idea right there. I think you could do 2 things. You could use the Steve mob that used to exist, and you could also have the Herobrine room go to rest at the same time. But anyway, let's move to the next idea, which is actually to do with a witch, because I think the witch is kind of an underused mob right now. Like, it's kind of dangerous, but you can avoid it for the most part, and although they made it, appear naturally in 1.6, I think it was, I think what you could do to make it extra cool is you can make it so witches spawn in hordes sometimes. So maybe the witch horde is only found in certain biomes or in certain places, but, I feel like a horde of witches would be extra dangerous, because one witch, they throw a potion, they give you some time, they throw another potion, and it's fine. A horde of witches, if you spawn in a certain way, maybe what it is like, if you place cake down in their, their hut, they all come to spawn you. I don't know what you want to do, but I do think that a witch horde would be a super cool mob, because, like lots of potions from a lot of different things, plus, maybe some different combat. I think it'd be interesting, and I'd like to see that. So, yeah, the Witch Horde is the fourth idea here. The final idea I have is probably the more likely of all of these, because I think these are all cool ideas, but obviously I think they're going to have a big new mob that eclipses the Wither at some point, and when they do that, I'd like them to involve the beacon with that, because, right now, you don't need to kill the end dragons, gets the Wither, but, it kind of is on the way, right? And I think it could be the same thing with the Wither to the, whatever comes next, let's just call it boss number 3, so you could make it so when you put a certain block on top of the beacon will point to where, this new mob has been spawned, and that could be the new super ultra deadly mob, because, the Wither is really dangerous, and I think that, having something more, deadly than that is kind of a problem, but I would like to see that exist at some point. So yeah, I'd like to see a super deadly, bigger, more deadly than the Wither thing, because, the Wither has been conquered, it has been done. I'd like to see something that's just so insanely difficult. It's not really meant to be done solo, necessarily, but can be done solo, and, yeah, I'd like to see that at some point in the game. So, 5 boss mob ideas right there. I'd love to see giant slimes that are timing based. I'd love to see an underground mob of some form, maybe hide it in Diamond Door, kind of like a shulker hides in its blocks, make it in Diamond Door. I'd love to see a Herobrine mob to, 1, put that myth to rest, and 2, to, have the same enchantments I used against me. 4, I'd love to see a horde of witches, or really a horde of most mobs, besides, creepers. That's pretty cool. And finally, the final boss mob, I'd like to see it use the beacon. So, yeah, that is 5 ideas for bosses that I think should exist in Minecraft. Let me know what you think about these ideas and your own in the comments down below. Otherwise, please do like the video if you do like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!